Canadian times in this event, and yet she is in the house cheering on the athletes, Byron. She wants them to break her record. At least it seems that way as we get ready for this 16-lap women's 800-meter freestyle event.
Take your marks.
Again, Summer McIntosh is in lane 3. That is 4 up from the bottom in the lane that straddles left, yellow on the left and blue on the right. And she had that 156.19 in the 200. In lane 4 is Emma O'Krinin, the 18-year-old from Edmonton. She has the second fastest PB in this field, and the fastest is in lane 6, Olivia Anderson at 8:32.8. So we'll see, Byron, if anyone is going to be in that territory soon enough.
Well, Summer's going right to the lead, and let me just repeat that this is a 10-lane pool. They started building the pools 10 lanes wide because then each lane is 2.5 meters, and that's 25 meters. So if you want to race in the short course section, you can actually go the widths of these pools and not have to buy a bulkhead to put in the middle. So a lot of the new pools are 10 lanes, but they usually only race in 8. Because the Olympic trials, there were a minimum number of people and swimmers coming, they wanted to go to all 10 lanes. So that's why the bottom is 0, the top is 9. So when you see Summer Sanders, when you see Summer McIntosh right here, it looks like she's in lane 4, but it's actually lane 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, and that's Summer McIntosh right there.
And she came through the first 200 in 1 minute and is just continuing to power forward. To her right shoulder is Ali Ackman, who won the 400, you'll recall. And then over in the lane 5, one of the yellow lanes, is Katrina Bellio.
Well, I mentioned that there's the Etobicoke pipeline. They always seem to have some very good, fast, young distance swimmers. Obviously, Summer McIntosh being the key one, but you've got several others in this field, and it's just something that the late coach Kevin Thorburn, who with his sudden passing last year has now been replaced by a longtime assistant coach, Rob Novak. It's just something that's in their genes. They just really like to do it. It's one thing the entire club gets behind it. They do a lot of hard training, and they're able to produce a lot of very good young talent.
2:03.06 for Summer McIntosh at 200 meters.
What these athletes try to do in training and warm-up for the meet and in training day in and day out is try to do what's called race pace. So in other words, she's trying to hold here 103s. 8 times 103 is 824, and that would get her basically almost in the top 10 in the world. So she'd be doing hundreds in workouts at 103, 103, 103, trying to get to the point where her body feels and knows what a 103 feels like, and then she can try to replicate that in the race. And we'll be able to see at the bottom right corner if she's able to stay close to those lap times.
Summer McIntosh continuing to power. And Byron, it's interesting what's going on the world stage as well. Everyone thought Katie Ledecky was just going to run away with this event. And she did do an 8:13 at the American trials, but just about a week or so before that, Ariarne Titmus did an 8:15 at the Australian trials, barely 2 seconds slower. And that's going to be an interesting battle. And now as we watch Summer just continue to, she just has that gear, Byron, where it just feels like it's the same speed, and it's a fast speed.
It's a very fast speed, and it's not a ridiculously fast turnover. Sometimes you watch young swimmers and they think, oh, I can get faster to the other end of the pool if I turn over like a mad fool, and it doesn't work. You've got to be able to grab the water under your body. It's got to be efficient. So back in second place right now, it looks like we're moving into lane number 5 is the other Etobicoke swimmer, Katrina Bellio, and then down here in lane number 2, which is 3 from the bottom, you got Ali Ackman, as you said, Rob, the winner of the 400-meter freestyle.
Well, and you look at Ali Ackman, you think she's still a young woman at 28 years of age. In the rest of life, she's the oldest in this field, and she is 13 years older than Summer McIntosh. So
it's quite a spread on this one, and full marks for Ali Ackman coming out of retirement. She missed it and decided to give it another shot. So at the 300, we were 3:06.4 for Summer McIntosh. So that's a 10. If you do the math there, she's up to about a 104 on that 100. So she's still got a pretty good shot to break the Canadian record if she stays on this pace.
And the loudest person cheering in this house is Brittany McLean, who, as you mentioned, not only the record, but the 5 fastest times in the 800 meters.
She's right below us, and she's running up and down the stands, cheering and waving her arms. And that's, that's teammate. And as I said, she's an Etobicoke swimmer, and it's sort of part of their legacy, I suppose, having the next great swimmer. Summer McIntosh was at the Etobicoke Swim Club training, and then when Kevin passed, she decided to maybe move over to the National Sports Center, based here at the Pan Am pool. And a meeting was from Canada and the head coach Ben Titley, and they decided, even though she was that young, it was worth making that move, and obviously it's paid off. She's doing extremely well.
Summer McIntosh now approaching the wall for 500 meters. We'll watch that clock. 5:15:58 for the 14-year-old from the Etobicoke Swim Club. And in second place is Katrina Bellio, her teammate, the 16-year-old. There's not much age between them, really.
And what Bellio's trying to do is get to the Olympic qualifying time. She kind of blew up a little bit on that 100. I don't know if she'll be able to get to it. The Olympic qualifying time is 8:33. Summer McIntosh will have no difficulty making that time. But the question is, will Bellio there in second spot, or Ali Ackman with a big push maybe at the end, be able to get down to that 8:33 time? It's a big jump off of best time, so I don't know if they'll be able to get there, but certainly they're in the hunt. Some people are starting to compare this woman here, Summer McIntosh, to Ledecky. She was asked that question, and she said, you know what, I take that as a compliment. She is an absolute legend, is Katie Ledecky, but everyone is on their own success trajectory. Very, very well spoken.
Summer McIntosh touches for 600 meters at 6:20:21. Remember, that Canadian record is 8:20:02, and that A standard is 8:33:36.
So the others have fallen off the standard, so now it's a question of getting Summer under that standard. I think she can do it. She got back down to the 104s there. If she does a couple more of those, then she'll be under the standard for sure. We should mention that Summer Sanders' mother, Jill Horsted, swam in the 1984 Olympic Games, had a couple subsequent international tours after that as well. She was a 200-meter butterflyer. And Summer and Coach Ben Titley decided to focus mostly on the freestyle for this summer. I can imagine post-Olympics that the 200 butterfly is going to come back onto her agenda.
She is a very impressive athlete as she approaches now about 20 meters away from the 700-meter mark. Summer McIntosh now reaching and hearing that bell that all the long-distance swimmers love to hear. That means 100 meters to go.
Time 7:25, so she's only got to go home with 108 to be able to make the Olympic standard. Nobody else is going to make it, but Summer McIntosh has been going 104s. I don't think this is going to be a problem. She should make the standard, no problem. She'll have another event to swim when she gets to Tokyo. One of her quotes was, "I know I'm on track, I just have to keep pushing forward." Well, this isn't the track of the normal local train. This is a bullet train. She's on a fast track, boy.
She is coming home for the final 50 meters for Summer McIntosh, looking to get under that Olympic A standard of 8:33:36. And it's looking good. And in second place, there's a battle between Olivia Anderson and Ali Ackman. In fact, it's Katrina Bellio who's in second place. And here comes Summer McIntosh touching the wall for 800 in 8:29:48. She's done it by 4 seconds into second. Katrina Bellio will touch in 8:38, and Ali Ackman in third in 8:41:5.
Summer McIntosh, definitely the star of this. I should mention that Ali Ackman, that looks like her best time by about 7 seconds at age 28 for third spot in there. So excellent job there. Good job for Katrina Bellio as well. Lifetime best time there by 5 seconds. I'm sure she wanted 10 seconds, so she could have made the standard. So not quite able to get a ticket to Tokyo, but Summer McIntosh has now got another event to be able to swim in Tokyo.
Again, 8:29:48, and Byron, it's hard to dissect the whole 800, but take a shot at it.
Summer, interestingly, was dead last off the blocks, just like she was in the 200-meter freestyle, so there's a small little difference that will help her in the future, but I mentioned that you don't want to turn over too fast, all right? The arms go in perfectly, a nice pull down under her body, good concentration. The breathing pattern is something these distance swimmers. There's Brittany McLean, the Canadian record holder. See, good shot of her when she was getting excited and cheering everybody on.
Well, at least for now, her Canadian record of 8:20 is okay, but what a performance for Summer McIntosh. And if you look down, Byron, the top 10 performances in Canada, I'm just trying to see where this one might go. Well, just outside of the top 10 Canadian performances, but she's 14. There's lots of time to get there, that's for sure.
Absolutely, and if you take a look at it, look at that. Tobacco had 4 out of the top 5 swimmers in that race. Kudos to the program. Kudos to Summer McIntosh. Another gold medal, another world-level performance for the youngster. As she makes her way over to the interview area.
There she goes. Devin Haru is going to reach out. The gold medal is already around her neck. Devin, take it away.
Thanks very much, Rob. Summer, you've done it again. You've qualified to be nominated for another event. What went right tonight?
Well, going in, I knew the finale was going to be really hard. So I just try to focus and see what I could do. I trusted my training and see what I could do.
You shaved 19 seconds off your personal best time. How do you describe that, Summer?
Well, definitely my training has gone up a lot this year. I've been trying to work harder than I ever have, and I knew that I got out in the 8:35 in my 1500, so I know that I could do a really good 800.
Outstanding. We're going to go to the fam cam now. Who do we have there you're waving at? Who are you waving at right now, Summer?
Those are 2 of my closest friends. On the left is Victoria, and on the right is Bailey.
Let's go to the friends right now. This has been an incredible 24 hours for your friend, Summer. What's it been like to be her best friend and watch this all take place?
We're so proud of her. I know. My heart is pounding so fast right now.
Summer, what do your friends mean to you, and what have you heard from your friends over the last 24 hours? This has been a pretty incredible moment for you in your life, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're so supportive and they're so proud of me, which literally just means the world. You know, like, I got to FaceTime them, and it was just the best. We talked for like an hour and a half, and it was just, I haven't been able to see them in a long time, so I really do miss them, and I'm just so happy that they're happy, and I miss them a lot.
I'm sure your phone's been lighting up. Who have you been hearing from? The messages pouring in, I'm sure. Yeah,
there's just been a bunch of like younger swimmers and a bunch of my friends and a bunch of just acquaintances that have been saying good job, and it means so much to me to feel like I have such an amazing support team.
Who do you think of in moments like this, Summer, that have helped you get to this point?
All my coaches, all the coaching staff, all the TPAS staff, all of my really close friends and even just acquaintances that say good luck and all that just means so much, and of course my family as well.
Everyone has been talking about the fact that you are the future of Canadian swimming. You and Penny talking admirably about each other. She says, you're all gas, no brakes. What does that mean to you to hear that from Penny Oleksiak?
That means the world, because she's just such a talented and hardworking swimmer, and for her to say that about me just makes me so happy.
Well, you told me last night you're just getting started. I believe you now, Summer. Congratulations on another great swim.
Thank you.